Hey, Scott.
Yes, sir.
I'm one of the people that Aaron Imholte wanted to box.
Patrick.
You know me?
Oh my God, Patrick.
I'm in town and I had to come meet.
Hey, Nick, how are ya?
Good, how are you? I wasn't sure that you'd remember me.
I said he seems like a nice guy. I think he's a nice guy.
Who?
You.
Me?
Yes.
I'm a coach, okay? I'm not there to be
And this
anybody's
is John?
buddy. John? Yeah, the guy you wanted to meet.
Yes. Patrick Melton.
I was just going to say Patrick, but I
Fuck
wasn't
yes.
sure. How's it going, buddy?
Yes.
How's it going? Holy
So
shit, you're in
anyway-
a different state, right?
Yeah, we came for Aaron's sentencing hearing tomorrow.
No idea.
He's getting sentenced.
I thought I recognized you.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Nick.
Jonathan, I don't think we've ever officially met. No.
Anyway, I just want
Jonathan,
to come
nice
see
to meet
you.
you. Nice to meet you.
Because there's so much misinformation, and Aaron never shows the gym. I want to see if you'll give us a tour.
Yeah, come on.
Can I film
yeah.
it? Do you
Yeah.
care if
Did
I
you?
film?
Yeah. Well, let me turn the lights back on.
Did you log in as...
I
like the toast.
I was just trying to. I leave here to go over to Stay Fit when I get done here, so I can recover, relax.
Got
They
it.
close at 10. They kick everybody out of the world at 9:30, so I leave at 9 so I can recover from freaking practice.
Yeah.
You know. Our boxing ring.
Suggested I do it.
Yes.
That's what this
I'd be too tall for this, I feel like.
Well, you can jump in the ring.
No, I'm not. I'm not physically fit, Scott. I want to know if you could train me.
Yeah, you know why? Because I ain't good listen. Hey, here's the thing.
I know he's your buddy. I'm not asking you to shit talk him. It's just funny. It's just funny.
But for all the trouble with the safe sport thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Who knows about safe sport? Nobody. Nobody. Okay. So where does it got to come from? The source. He was the source. And then, well, of course, if and really. Say if you thought a coach was doing something bad,
Yeah.
who would you report it to? And if you don't know, hey, so you followed the protocol when it was supposed to be done.
I have a question. Was he ever a coach here, or he was getting a safe sport to become a coach?
Yes.
So he's never really been a coach. Okay.
Scott, you mind if I go with these guys and work with them? Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I mean, I'm not
I like things done a certain way. Old ideology of boxing. Boxing is.
You take it seriously. This is your business.
Yeah. More like a coach. Boxing is a sport. They didn't used to do that in the old days. They never had cell phones in the old days.
Right.
Okay, technology changes things. And boxers, when you got 20 of them, this one-on-one stuff, there isn't. Don't you think, the heavyweight for the golfers, the gold medalist, Gable Stevenson, he had 50 matches. Don't you think that if all the coaches gave him all the attention and forgot about the team would be shit?
Right.
You want to give everybody equal opportunity. That means equal training, equal one-on-one, because you train as a team like wrestling.
Is he gonna be a coach here? He said that you guys received word that he's getting his.
He got cleared by Safe Sport. Okay, Safe Sport then. Whatever the sport is, could be wrestling, because Minnesota USA Wrestling does the same thing.
Right.
Okay? They turn it back to USA Boxing. They can say yay, they can say no.
So you haven't gotten word that it's done?
No.
Okay.
No. And usually they follow up with the individual.
Why do you let him lie about you like that? He said that you got word that it's all cleared up?
It got cleared up on Safe Sports.
Okay.
Okay. You should have said, well, now it gets to follow the pattern of the protocol. USA Boxing has to give final approval then, for him to coach.
But he tried to tell you it was all bullshit, and then he had to plead guilty to it. So he did it, right?
Well, see, now the court case, all that I haven't followed, so
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, he pled guilty, and he's getting sentenced tomorrow. That's why I'm here, to go to his sentencing, just to see how it plays out. Because he does lie, Scott. You know that. He lies.
Everybody gives that little bit of boost on social media.
Yeah, of course.
Look at me, being a radio personality as he was,
Yeah, of
like
course.
Howard Stern. You're gonna look at me. Why? Because I'm better than this guy.
Right.
And I can do this and I can do that.
Yeah, but it hurts your business when he goes around saying I'm coaching there, right? That's why you were like, you got to get legit if you're going to be running your mouth.
You do. I mean, you really have to.
Right.
I mean, because otherwise,
because if something happens,
yeah. Oh God,
your
the
insurance,
liability.
right?
Oh God, they're going to come. You hired this guy. why did you let him say that he was a coach? Okay, yeah, then we found out, yeah, then you did get after him, but then he did coach because you let him go in the ring, and if he said he was a coach and you knew he wasn't, don't you think you should have stopped him? And that's what an attorney would ask me.
Right.
Hey, you let that protocol happen.
And then you could lose your business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now, if you would say then, and the difference, okay, as an athlete, as a fellow boxer, I'm going to work. I'm going to get some work in myself. No, that makes a distinct purpose.
Right.
Okay, separation. Now he's working himself. Great. Do you have your USA boxing insurance? Because he has to be insured as a boxer, to be an athlete, up to age 40. 40 and below is athlete. 41 and above is master's division.
Okay.
Old timers division.
He's almost in that though, right?
Yeah.
He'll be in that in a couple of years.
Like me, I mean, yeah. Some of the guys they turn pro.
And you used to fight, right? You used to fight.
Oh God, yeah. Well, the base.
Is your record better than his 0-2 record?
I got over 50 fights. I lost. It's funny. I lost more than the one I won. I got knocked out once because my focus was on 3 girls in the front row that had skirts up to here.
You were distracted?
Oh God! And I did this, and Roland Riley changed his level, threw a straight right to the belly. I'm down on all fours. Now,
How quick could I pick up the fundamentals?
205 and over is super heavyweight.
You think I'm over 205? I'm kidding.
With you and him, you guys would be in super heavyweight goes. Well, no, I think it's 201. It's either 201, 202, or 205. I can't remember where it goes from 179. It used to be 179 to 200, and 201 plus was super heavyweight.
How long would it take for me to get all the fundamentals?
Like high school, okay, as a coach is to provide you with a good experience.
Right. First
thing is always conditioning.
Right.
And that's old school ideology. I can condition on my own.
Right.
And that's why that's my thing.
Just to not be able to so you don't get gassed out in the ring.
Yeah. Because say if I teach you 20 things, what good are 20 things if you last 20
If I'm out of
seconds?
breath, right? Yeah.
But if I teach you 1 or 2 skills, but yet I'm in shape. So I do the same thing over and over again.
Right.
Like high school wrestling. They're going to teach you a double leg takedown and
Until
a
it's
single
muscle
leg.
memory, basically.
Yeah.
Like it's just
and
second
then all of a
nature.
sudden, when you do have a good experience, now all of a sudden I want skills 3 and 4.
Right.
Okay. Now, when I get skills 3 and 4, and I'm getting better in shape, wow, this is great. I'm having a great experience.
Yeah.
When people have good experience, they're more apt to learn. But they know that as they get better, that conditioning factor has to ride parallel. As learning knowledge goes, conditioning has to stay with that.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, if there's that big separation, you get cocky.
And Aaron doesn't listen when you teach him?
Well, I don't know when, what do you want to do?
Right.
Well, I want to box, but I'm going to do it my way.
He doesn't want to do the work. He wants to box.
His
He
way.
wants to be a boxer, but he didn't want to put in
He
the...
wants to do it his way.
What's his way?
I don't know. And I don't know because it's like, he used to come to practice, but again, and he should know because he said he played baseball. And granted, baseball players don't condition as much as a lot of other sports.
And Babe Ruth was fat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those guys, fat guys, they get skill sets, or they get good technique. No, I don't need a lot of conditioning in baseball. Boxing, like wrestling, I need a hell of a lot of conditioning.
Yeah, I got you.
And 2, everybody's going to be different. First, you're going to get the right orthodox, then you're going to get a southpaw, then you're going to get somebody who wants to frickin', throw the haymaker, then you're going to get the boxer, or the brawler, or the puncher. And there's so many, it's like, Jesus, there's just, so many different things.
Yeah.
And then you have those people, there's so many moves in boxing. I said it tonight. When it's wrestling, fighting, boxing, shooting a gun, okay, it's not natural to hit somebody, it's not natural to shoot somebody.
Right.
So the body goes into that flight or fight,
right.
Okay, anxiety.
You second guess yourself.
You do. And it's like, don't move, oh my God.
Well, he likes to golf too. It's just boxing is the same. There's a mental game, not just a physical game, right?
Well, it's more physical in boxing. Than
right, but there's more
mental,
of a like you're saying, the mental component. If your brain
Yeah.
locks up and you're not able to execute,
Yeah.
right? Like
You have to. But too, you derive your confidence. If I'm in shape, man, everything's going to work. I'm going to try
Right.
things. Even if I tried this new thing, I'm still in shape. I can outlast this guy.
Right.
You
Yeah,
know?
got you.
And, that's the point. I get frustrated because, I try to impose my will upon those that, I can do it my way. Your way sucks. Okay? And I say
because you've been
that-
doing this for long enough and you've trained enough people, you know what
Patrick,
works.
I'm 60. I'm 60. Okay? Keep up to a 60-year-old. Great. I'll give you kudos. If you can't, maybe you should stick with
right.
it.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
I mean, that's just not that's for everybody because it was a street fighter. Stay out on the street.
Right.
Because I'm going to run away from you. I'm going to call you names. I really hate to say this, but when the Minneapolis incident happened, 5 years ago, okay, and Minneapolis cops get this bad rap. Well, they created the bad rap, right?
Yeah.
For what they did. But you know something? Think about it. Who's in shape? Are bad guys in shape?
No.
If I run away, come on, Mr. Criminal, stupid. See, I know it's not a good thing to do, but if I do that, and all of a sudden that guy, oh God, I'm gonna kill this cop. I don't like him. And they have a heart attack.
Right.
Because now if somebody gets mad at me, look, all I'm going to do is run away from you 30 seconds. You're going to go into cardiac arrest. Then I got to decide if I want to turn around and give yourself CPR because you were dumb.
Call for help or walk away. Yeah.
Because again, think about it. Who is really in shape?
Not me. Not me, I'll admit it.
And two, with the stress, and a lot of people, if they have stress and anxiety, or plaque, that's a big thing. Your diet, plaque, inside the arteries, and all of a sudden if I get stressed or that heart starts beating and it can't pump that blood, what happens?
Yeah, if it's not used to that kind of stress,
Yeah.
then yeah.
And who did I just describe that had died where somebody's knee was on somebody's back
Yeah,
of the
exactly.
neck?
Also, if you're on drugs at the time. And,
You're on that, you're out of shape, your diet is bad, those three factors, did he get a bad rap? I think he did, because something, he didn't really, but two, he decided, I'm just going to keep my knee there. No, you didn't
Right.
have to. You didn't have to. Because
for
he
9
was
minutes
tired.
or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, you didn't have to. He would have, by himself.
Right.
He could have pulled all kinds of race cards, called all kinds of racial names, and not do anything, and he would have got hit with every racial charge against him, but he wouldn't be serving life in prison.
Right. So if Aaron gets his safe sport and his USA boxing cleared up here,
I'd give him another chance to help out.
Yeah.
The one thing, he doesn't go out there to hurt, smash, kill. And I like that about Aaron. That, it's like, hey, I'm working with this guy, I'm working with this guy. This guy needs this, and this guy needs that. That's why, too, he fit. How can I work with the coaches that are kind of stubborn and single dimensional? Meaning, they're old school, they're never going to condition, they're not going to run it like a football training camp like I do. Okay, I'll do part one, and just like in college football, okay, here's the strength conditioning coach, here's quarterbacks coach, here's the running backs coach. Everybody does their part. After I do my part, great. But the minute somebody draws blood, okay, no, you're done.
Right.
Your defense sucks. And as I tell the guys, your defense sucks. Remember what happened to Mike Zimmer? Defense sucked. He got fired.
Gotcha.
Yeah, good night, Gideon. So, I never played college football.
But he talks like he's the best boxer in town. He's got a god complex or something. Like, he talks like nobody could step toe to toe with me. Nobody can. Like, what is that?
I know it irritates the piss out of me.
Yo, why do you let him drag you? Why do you let him drag you into this stuff?
But, because the boxers that are here have proven everything that a lot of things that he. Well, one, he's not the head coach. Two, he's a technique guy. And
Very similar, very similar. I was actually, you were.
after a while, you can kind of tell this guy that's helping us means well,
Right.
but see, a lot of these people don't hear him out there.
Yeah.
Okay, out there, that group that hears him, they think, oh,
The ego takes over. It's like-
ego takes over. But you know, these guys, look, they know Scott leads by example.
Right.
You know, and now I got a bad hip, and yeah, I'm still pushing it.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, look, you guys, you coaches, okay, if you can keep up or outdo, great, you can do it. You can't, you won't. I'll do it.
Right.
You know, and again, you lead by example. Is it that Herb Brooks tough ass mentality? That Nolan Saban from Alabama?
Yeah.
Well, this isn't Alabama football. Doesn't have to be. I'm the coach. Or it's like this. I don't need your money. I like to be here. Big difference, you know?
Yeah.
And, you know, when they realize that, it's like, hey, I'm here to coach you.
Right.
I'm here to do what I can. You can listen to this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. It's like pop. Okay? Coke. Coke is top dog.
Yeah.
Okay? But there are those people that drink Shasta pop.
Right.
And Sam's Club still sells
Yeah.
Shasta
Yeah.
pop.
Yeah. Can you give me a "This is boxing" really loud? This is boxing, guy.
Yeah. You know,
Right? So then I think about it, and you know, it's been like that.
Isaac, what's that notion with boxing?
Apparently, I think
The boxing and not playing.
We don't play boxing.
We don't play boxing!
We don't play boxing.
There you go.
I think Nick has a question for you.
Nick, go ahead.
I don't.
Oh, you don't? No. He talked all tough. He doesn't want to ask you now.
Tough.
I will say, I don't really have a question, but I was around like when everything went down, and I just want to let you know, like April really loved you and this gym and this place, and so like I was around her when everything kind of crumbled, and so I just wanted to let you know that, like
She came down. You know, and I go, you know, April. No, I go, thank you. I says, you know, I don't know, and I says, I'm so busy with everything because, you know, it's like I tell the boxers, look, we got an hour and a half time to get as much done as we can. So, I mean, if you guys want to play, dick around, you guys know where the door is, but we got stuff to do.
Yeah.
And, you know, I treat every day, there's so much to do because I don't know if we're going to be around tomorrow. And you know, when everything came, I just kind of like, well,
yeah, it was pretty overwhelming.
but you know, and it's funny because after the cordialness afterwards, okay. I mean, there were some people out there, you know, and I told Aaron, man, this is these phone calls.
I want you to know that's never been me. And Chad Zumach, one of these guys who's called you a bunch, and you've sat there on the phone with him on his podcast.
Yeah.
I've never called you. I've never directed people to call you. If I'm in town, I'm happy to stop by and come, like, because
Yeah, you
I just
said
want to
that.
like clear things up, man. Like, I don't hate Aaron. We just laugh when Aaron keeps stepping on it.
Yeah,
And he,
Oh,
like, it's
well,
like
I
you
would
said,
too.
he doesn't listen and he doesn't get out of his own way, and he keeps hurting himself. No one's hurting Aaron. No one wants to see Aaron.
No.
He's a father. He's a family guy.
Yeah,
Like,
you know, it's you know, you gotta watch. Like, sometimes, like the song said, "Shut up and kiss me." Okay, just shut up and do the job.
and it's blown Jonathan's channel up. Jonathan's channel's blown up now because of Aaron.
No, your guys' BS took us down.
That wasn't me. I've never. You will never find a video of me telling people to do shit.
It went down for a little bit. Now we're coming back, but it wasn't a
Well, if Aaron comes back
Some of the
coaching,
guys that, some of the guys that were talking smack are now consistent positive followers. So.
But
yeah, there you
That's
go.
actually-
Well, if Aaron comes back and you start filming while he's here, you'll definitely get some more viewers for sure.
you know, now here's the other thing too. You have Safe Sport. You also have you know, now USA Boxing. You know, then yeah, there's me, but at the same time too, now I have our membership. You know, a lot of people won't know this. I can start a nonprofit, but your members in 1970 it was called the Nonprofit Corporation Act. Back.
Are you a lawyer or something?
No,
Man's owned a business for a long time.
No, I know.
He's had to work
I'm
on
teasing
lots.
him.
Yeah, no, in 1986, we had a hostile nonprofit corporate takeover because of the charitable gambling, because there was money involved. And no matter what the board has or what's on the board, the Nonprofit Corporation Act, the law firm of Moore, Costello, and Hart in St. Paul at that time in 1986 are $175 an hour, and I've never forgotten that. Tara Matusnich was her name, and she sat me down and she says, you can't, even though you started a nonprofit, it's not yours, it's the membership. And then when they had that law passed, that it's the general members that can vote out the board. The board has power, but the members can say, board, we don't like your decision. We don't want to go in that direction.
Right.
Okay? Us 500 people. But however, in the bylaws, you can create the bylaws and say, look, you got to put 2 years worth of work in before you can become a voting member.
Yeah, yeah.
And and again, it's all about control of that pot of gold of money, and that for us, for charitable gambling, the general membership of the group has to decide. But too, they also decide, well, if Aaron put you through all this, Scott, okay, even though you might have forgiven him, okay, we as a membership don't want to take that chance.
We don't need the trouble.
We don't need the trouble. I'll make the motion, and somebody can second it, and then the true power of democracy, not by the board, but by the members who are there, say, Scott, you cannot. 10 to 2, you'll have to.
I don't think people care enough to keep Aaron, out. Like, he's not really, like you said, he's not a bad, I don't think his intentions are bad or.
When he's here, he's very instructive. When he's on the podcast, and I've never listened. So
I most people.
Yeah, I mean, what's out there? It's out there because John was filming us when Aaron was here, and I go, all you guys out there behind the screens, sticks and stones may break my bones.
That's the old school way of doing it. Like, you don't let things bother you when people are just running their mouth. Who cares?
Yeah, I know. And, it's like, whoop-de-doo. And it's like, I still got to be here. I'm still going to coach. Okay?
Right.
Aaron, come here. Yeah. I don't care if anybody sees you. He's here. Of course, he can't box, but, he can hit heavy bag, part of the gym part, but he can't be a part of the boxing part.
Right.
So, and that, safe sport. And even Cindy, when she had called, it was funny because we had our match in September, and USA Boxing got a hold of her, then they got a hold of me, and because he wasn't insured, USA Boxing Insurance insures the whole bar, the parking lot, and Aaron cannot go to Mr. Jim's.
Got it.
So, Scott, what are you going to do if he comes? I'll have to ask him to leave. Well, I thought, geez, this sheriff of Stearns County, his girlfriend Natalie works with me for the Rock City Boxing. Mm-hmm. And I approached Steve, and I says, I just want to get your advice. He goes, well, it's not my county. And that's great advice. It's all right. And then Walt was by me, says, so what are you going to do, Scott? And I go, well, I'm going to shoot a double leg takedown, put him on my shoulders. I'm just going to carry him outside. Because I'm not all the work that we put in.
Right.
And I hate putting up that ring. I hate putting up the ring. Even if I have help, that's the worst thing ever. I'll box 10 rounds, 20 rounds, putting up the ring sucks. But if the show will go on, and if somebody was stubborn, well, I'm going to stay here because I'm in the bar. I'm not here to watch the boxing match. Doesn't matter. The insurance has to cover everything, and insurance is everything. But if he stays there, everything would be null and void, but they have to shut the show down.
Yeah.
And that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
But I did tell Aaron, and he obliged. He didn't. Okay, I got it. But again,
who was he going to fight? Wasn't he supposed to fight?
To watch.
Oh, in February he was supposed to fight somebody.
No, that was at our September show. For Safe Sport.
No, February he had a match, but you said you were having trouble finding somebody from the box.
Was it? Then it might have been. Then maybe it was February.
Mr. Jim's in February.
He had talked about lining up some guy who he had known before, but he's taller. He's taller and bigger than Aaron by a little bit.
Well, because most of these guys are like younger guys, and Aaron's 38.
I'm uncomfortable sitting in this gym. Like we're like the Switzerland of this situation, but. Talking about plead the fifth. Like, you know what I mean? Because you're on camera, right?
Oh yeah, I know. Like I said.
No, we come to get the truth
Oh, yeah,
because
yeah,
like
I-
Aaron
I-
spins
you know
everything,
what
so
I
we're
mean?
trying
Like,
to. Yeah, you don't have to badmouth
We are
anybody.
the neutral party.
Yeah, I got you.
Me coaching kids has nothing to do.
No, 100%. I'm just trying to find out because when Aaron says I have a fight, and I'm just trying to find out if he legit had a fight or not. Again, Aaron spins a lot of stuff. You got to admit that. You know, Aaron, like when he gets on his show, he does. You don't watch it, so like.
Yeah.
But Aaron says stuff that isn't true. I think Scott tells the truth. Yeah, I got you. I got it. I'm not trying to make you part of it.
Here's the thing. He can't make the match. I'd have to make the match.
Gotcha.
Okay, and you are given guidelines that, okay, you got a 38-year-old, how many fights he's got? 2. So you got to fight somebody accordingly with that.
Right.
And in fact, yeah, I will give you an instance when Aaron did not listen. It would have been his first fight. It was up in Wadena, okay? And Jeremy Umlin was the coach. And Scott, hey, we got a guy for you. And this would have been before COVID when Aaron came. I think it was before COVID. Well, anyway, what's his name? Well, you know, he's from St. Paul, but he played Division II football. Oh God, this isn't good. Well, he's brand new. Yeah, but he's an athlete. He knows how to train. I don't want Aaron to get. I don't want him to get hurt. Sky will. It'll be all right. No, where's he coming from? St. Paul. I don't want the match. Well, then Jeremy called Aaron. And it was, Scott, I don't care what you say. Okay, I'm going to take that fight. I'm going up there.
And Aaron, so back in 2019, Aaron wasn't super athletic either. He was kind of new.
Right.
Yeah.
And
He's never come across to me as like a very athletic guy.
No. And the thing is, if you put him up against a D2 football player,
Yeah,
he's going to get hurt. Now, who has a family? He does. Who has kids? He does. And who has a wife? He does. So, Mr. Kelm. So, you knowing this and him having a family, you let him box. You made that fight. Even though he had 2 fights and your guy had 2 fights and this other guy had 2 fights, but you knew he was an athlete.
It'd be like me fighting him. I gotta get my ass kicked. You're an athlete. I'm a twerp.
And with that in the court, I mean, and you would know, how are they going to look at that? You know, and that's why it's like, and then what I did, I called USA Boxing. I detached him from the club. I had to. I don't want to be, I can't be responsible.
Same thing. Yeah, if something happens, it's on you.
You know, and it was funny because he went up there and they stopped the fight. And I left a message with Aaron. I says, you know, I detached you. I understand you can go to another gym. Well, of course, then that money came. Oh, yeah, you were right, Scott. You were right.
So you've been doing this for a minute.
Aaron, look, just like you got a family, you know, they're not going to drive up from St. Paul to go up there and lose.
Right.
You know, you got to take that in consideration too. Hey, I'm not making any money. Well, you know, I thought you were mad with Jeremy because you guys don't get along. I said, yeah. So what you say? I'm going to pull a fight. He's going to have boxing matches. I'm looking out for your welfare. That's the job of any coach. Otherwise,
Of course.
like I got time to be subpoenaed, or time to give a deposition, or time to testify. You know, a guy don't. And then to see somebody hurt, you know, we had, and this would probably be 12 years ago, the first weekend in June. It was the Saturday before Grand Old Days. Jessica Bednar. We had that boxing ring in that corner, and she passed out. Well, she entered in the ring on a Saturday for sparring. Didn't know what it was. Turned out to be an intracranial bleed. And, you know, she almost died. She was in induced coma for 2 weeks. Well, then, through further asking, you know, what she all did, she was to be an MMA fighter. She invited the guys to hit her so she could get used to it. And it's like, geez. And then she had no health insurance. So that bill, and I know when we were all waiting, and all of a sudden, some of the family members, so Scott, how could you let something like this happen at your gym? Well, I didn't let it happen because, you know, hey, she was sparring at other places. I mean, yeah, the final breakage of the blood vessel happened here, but you know.
But she's getting rocked.
She's getting rocked. Yeah.
1,000 cuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, when you go through that, you don't forget that.
No, I appreciate your time. I don't want to take up your time. I know you guys are closing up.
Oh,
but
yeah, you know,
I appreciate you just showing us around. And
Well,
you've
no,
always
I-
been a
I-
nice guy. You've always been cool and
Well, you don't tell like some people don't like real. It's like, look, you suck. Nobody likes to hear that. I go, well, I was told that. So when you're on a toilet, you either shit or you get off the pot. You're going to do it or you don't. Because if you don't, okay, you're going to get hurt. You want to get hurt? Okay, you're not playing for a Super Bowl. It's like the enemy's not here.
yeah.
Okay? And guys, there are hardly any girls that come to this gym. Who the hell are you trying to impress? God, I hate that. I hate that.
Especially now that April's gone.
Oh, God, yeah. When you guys came in, oh my God.
Sorry.
It was so funny. There was always a change. And it's just kind of just watching some of the boxes. I know you didn't notice, John, on Thursday night.
Yeah, we have more females now than ever.
But man, I tell you, when women are on with boxing, oh my God, geez, I tell you.
You just remember in your old days, like you said, you were distracted by those 3 women in the
Yeah, yeah, it is, and yeah, that was. They could have counted 200. It wouldn't matter. I'm sitting there. Oh.
I just hate that I was a third woman.
I'm not going to touch that. All right, Scott. Thank you very much. Anything you want people to know out there? Final words.
Yeah, I like it. And again, sometimes you just gotta shut up and
Box. Shut up and box.
Shut up and box. Do the job. Shut up and kiss me. I don't know who sang that song, but it's like, but yeah, no, I don't want Isaac. Don't look at me like that. You're not gonna.
I want to do one more thing before I leave.
Yeah.
You and me take a picture with holding up a sheet of paper that says "Got him," like you did with Aaron.
Okay, if I gave it to Aaron, I'll give it to you,
Yes.
Patrick. Yeah.
Yes.
You got it?
I don't have a sheet of paper.
All right, Scott wants to set up a boxing match between Aaron and I.
Okay. I think this would be good because everything comes to a conclusion. Okay. So now that everything's concluded, and the age gap actually have to be both boxers, amateur boxers, be within 10 years of each other. But I mean, think about it. I mean, with the podcasters on both sides. North, south, good, bad, big, tall, doesn't matter. Man, this could be epic.
Exhibition match.
Epic. It'd be a true amateur match. Not even use exhibition because it would be real.
Who's your money on? Who would you put your money on?
That'd be tough because sometimes emotion drives people nuts. I think emotionally, the book about women. Like men do one thing, women see the other.
Women are from Mars.
And women are from Venus.
Yeah.
That this is what it would be because I think emotionally that would be Aaron, rationally that would be you.
So he's from Mars and Aaron's from Venus?
There you go. Mars versus Venus.
Well, are you calling
This
Aaron a
is the
woman?
greatest promotion I've
No,
ever done.
I'm like the planet Venus now. I mean the book. Hey, but emotion. But he's charged with that emotional drive. If he had the rational.
Yeah, but do you think he knows how to bottle that emotion and aim it in the right direction? Because he's kind of like just spraying it everywhere now.
That was a fireworks. There's a guy over here that.
Awesome.
Yeah,
It's getting dark. We got to get out of here.
We're going to get hit by Roman candle fire as we leave.
He would really have to.
He's got to learn how to manage that emotion.
There you go. Manage it. Yeah. And
But I think I'm 3 inches taller. If I worked on it, like you said, condition a little bit.
the conditioning he would have.
Yeah.
Okay. The rationality you would have, and again, just like in boxing. Okay, here's the height, here's the reach, here's the experience, here's he's a brawler, this one's a boxer. I think the matchup. There's the qualities that each of you guys have, and
But that's why it'd be fun to watch.
it would be fun to watch because how would it be? Would it be the stalking? first, or would it be, okay, I'm coming right out? You know, what would it be?
I'll take the win of you calling Aaron irrational. Thank you very much, Scott. We appreciate you.